Hey, what's going on, DDO players? Axel here. So, another forum talk video for you. This one is about epifying quests. So, if you could request that a specific quest be made epic, which one would you pick? That's the name of this forum thread. So, this brings up an interesting topic, which is epifying quests and epifying packs. Devs used to do that. They used to do that fairly often, actually. A lot of the older content has both epic and heroic versions, like Giant Hold, the Vaughn's like Vaughn's 5 and all that. Like the Shroud fairly recently got epified. So there's been a lot of content in the past where they've epified. Now, if you've noticed lately, they stopped doing that. And I remember a particular dev post where they basically said, yeah, we're not doing that anymore because it takes about as much work to epify old content as it does to make brand new content. And I don't really understand that. Like, how, like, logistically could that be possible? Like, I don't understand. I'm not a coder, but I guess maybe they have to do everything from scratch with the old content. I don't know. For me, I would think that it would take at least some save quite a bit of time, at least from just just brainstorming and having to what what you're doing in the quest, like the design elements of it. But okay, I don't understand. I'm not a coder, but anyways, they haven't been doing epified versions of quests lately, so that leads to forum threads like this where people request them, and it's too bad they don't epify old content anymore. Like, if it does actually take them just as much time to do new content, okay, I get it, but it would be really nice if they could epify some older stuff that really screams for it. This person here, this poster, says that he would like Invaders to be epified, which Invaders is a quest. I believe it's in the harbor. It's that quest where you have a million beholders everywhere. It's actually really, really hard. A really, really challenging quest. It would be cool, like running, if they could epify that as kind of like a challenge dungeon. I think it is actually listed as a challenge dungeon, sort of like what I think like Terminal Delirium, I believe, is as well. Like, there's a few dungeons throughout the game that are noted as like challenge dungeons because they're harder than normal at their level. So yeah, that would be interesting. Like Reaper 10 Invaders would probably be insane. So that would be interesting. There's two packs in particular that I don't think it'll ever happen because, again, of what they've said with them deciding to make new content as opposed to make epify old content. But there are two packs I really think just scream for it, and those two packs are the Reaver's Reach pack. That would be awesome. Like, those quests are really well put together. I like all of them a lot, except for like Monastery of the Scorpion. I don't really like that one that a whole lot. But like Praying the Hunter, I love that quest. That quest is awesome. I like fighting giants. I like cold themed dungeons in general. And we don't have too many of those. And I really like the puzzle, like the maze room. There's a maze in Praise of the Hunter that has a random element to it. So each time you play that quest, there's like several different versions of it, and it'll randomly be it won't be the same every time, basically. So you have to actually figure out the maze every time. I really like that room, and that whole fight, the end fight and stuff is really cool. I think Enter the Kobold's really cool. Again, it's a really hard in fight. I really like that. I really like that there's multiple adventure areas, and then of course you got Stealer of Souls, which is amazing. Like, that's a quest that actually used to be it was originally designed to be a raid, and for some reason they ended up making it just a regular 6-player dungeon. But yeah, that whole pack has a really cool feel to it. It's one of the first. It's actually the second pack I ever bought in DDO. The first one being the Shroud pack, Veil of Twilight. So I have a lot of nostalgia for it personally. It is so I really liked it, and I actually, the first time I ever leveled a character to 20, the very first character I ever got to level 20 in DDO ever, I got to level 20 in Reaver's Reach was the last quest I ran to get to level 20, to get enough experience to go to level 20. So it's really cool. Also, that pack has some amazing stuff as far as crafting potential, like Dragon Touched Armor. I thought it was really cool. A lot of people didn't really like the grind and stuff for it, but I did really engage in that back in the day, and there's a lot of potential to change up the system, make it really cool, and make some kind of custom craftable armors would be really cool. So that's the first pack I personally would epic. I know that's not really a quest as this thread is asking for, but generally those are generally the things I would like to see epic. And I guess second thing would be the Amrath, the old Amrath quests, so not the newer ones, but the old Amrath pack, with Tower Despair and all that. They can make new like ring sets for characters, new legendary ring sets. That would be really cool. The Amrath quests are really challenging. They're quite complex and they're really challenging. Like devils, when devils were in game, it was quite challenging. So I think that would be a really cool pack. It has a very legendary feel to it. Amrath is one of the coolest looking adventure areas. It's like this has this like post-apocalyptic hell kind of feel to it. Of course being in Devil's Homeland and stuff. So that would be really neat. So those are my two. So let's kind of go through here and look at some others that people would pick. So Caverns of Koramar, one of the better free-to-play quests. Awesome, awesome quest. Let's see. Next person says Tangleroot, Waterworks, and Thurnal. Tangleroot, no, I gotta disagree with that one. Tangleroot, I know it's something that people love to run for experience, but it's just so repetitive. I don't think it's a good choice. There's better choices. Waterworks would be okay. Waterworks is, I think, a chain that a lot of people have a lot of nostalgia for, but it's still kind of too generic and sewery for me. I guess it wouldn't be bad just for nostalgia reasons. I mean, it's one of the most popular, as far as I can tell, free to play packs to run. Thurnal, I don't know about Thurnal. Like, a lot of people don't like that pack. I don't know. It's not one I've run very much. Let's see. Tear of Decon and Gwylin's Stand. Yes, those are two awesome free to play quests. They would be really cool if they had to do something on a smaller scale and just make like one quest epic. I think like Gwylin's Stand would be a really good option. Okay, next, the other person says Thurnal. Next person says Litany. Litany's okay. Let's see. Someone says Legendary Misery's Peak. I don't think Korthos is very worthy of being epified in any capacity. That's the beginner area. Let's just keep it that way. We've all run it a million times anyway. Probably the most run content. Korthos is, I would have to think, is the most run content in the game since it's where everyone starts. So it should be the most run by far. So no. Next person says Tower Despair. Another Epic Invaders. Epic the Pit. I with that pit, that's probably one of the most polarizing quests in the game. You either love the pit or you hate the pit, but I feel like there's just better choices. Let's see. Yeah, Cobalt Assault. No, a lot of people don't like that quest. Although I actually do like that quest a lot. I like the kind of arena face a bunch of waves and waves of mobs quests like that a lot. I actually really like those, like Devil's Assault. I really like Devil's Assault as well. Let's see. Another person says Korthos. I don't know about that. Stormreach Outpost, a relic of a sovereign past. And then this person says Call of the Six. That's one I should have mentioned. Sorodusk. So Sorodusk is one of my favorite packs. I just really like the story. I really like the area. So yeah, I know I'm in the minority. A lot of people don't like Sorodusk just because of the long runs in between quests. I love it. I always run it. Every time I level, I'd always want to run that chain. I really, really enjoy it. Let's see. Inspired Quarter. It'd be okay. There's one that I haven't seen anyone mention yet, and that's Delira's Tomb. I think Delira's would be really cool just because we have, a very famous voice actor voicing that pack, Gary Gygax. So, that would be awesome to see that one epic. Just almost for that reason alone. It just deserves it based on that. Plus, it's a good story, and a lot of people really like that pack. But just for Gary being in there alone, I think is worth it. Let's see. Zorian Cypher. Okay. Yeah, that would be cool. Let's see if there's any other good ideas through here. Rainbow in the Dark. So just the Veil quests in general, that's one thing that I was disappointed that they didn't epify those quests when they did do Legendary Shroud. Because a lot of those quests are really, they're fun quests. Like Rainbow in the Dark's a really good quest. So I would have really enjoyed that. Now the one with the spiders where you have to not kill a certain number of spiders, I don't know about that one. And I'm not a huge fan of Cold Chamber, but I wish they would have at least epified some of them. Like they could have maybe changed around Cold Chamber or something to make the climbing not so intense. But they could have done something with the Veil quest. I was disappointed that they didn't really go all the way with Epic Veil like everyone wanted to. Like I would have liked to see like a legendary Slayer area as well, but they didn't do that. So another person says Stealer of Souls. Yes, I've already talked about that. Another person points out that Stealer of Souls is still the toughest at level quest in the game. Yeah, I think but there's a lot of hard quests like Invaders, for example, is really hard as well. But yeah, it's definitely a harder quest. Let's see, and this is actually right here is my comment. I've already given my 2 cents here. So another this person says Legendary Grotto. Okay. No. I have to assume they're being sarcastic. You can't even die in that quest. Like the NPC Salimus actually casts a "you can't die" spell on you. So like what? You can't even make it legendary if you wanted to because you can't die. So it doesn't even make any sense. Another person says Catacombs. Catacombs is okay. Like I like the story in Catacombs quite a bit. Yeah, the quests are kind of repetitive. Like there's too many skeletons everywhere, but it would be an okay choice. Better choices though. There's definitely better choices. This next person says none of them. There are several heroic quests I like a lot, but I can enjoy these existing quests as they exist. I'd rather they create new quests. And yeah, like I said, they have pointed out that for whatever reason I don't understand, it takes them just as long to do new content as far as old content instead of just as long to create new content as it does for them to epify old content. So yeah, that's totally understandable. Seal of Chanticleer, those are kind of generic sewery type quests. I don't know. As far as I can remember, it's been a while since I've run that though. But that's the one with all the with the weird looking golem as the end boss, and then the fire, that huge fire trap. Another Thurnal. I don't know about Thurnal. Stop Hazardal Shipment. No. No, there's better choices. Let's see. Yeah, Gwynland Stan and Tyradicon. Those are really good choices, I think. I think there's one more page to this thread. Let's see if there's any more interesting suggestions. Waterworks Chain. We've already seen someone mention that. Reavers. Dirks. Let's see. Another person. A lot of people actually saying Restless Isles. I'm surprised because most of the time on the forums I see people give really negative feedback about that chain. Like generally I've heard a lot of bad things about that chain. I don't see a lot of people. Usually I don't see a lot of people praising it. Okay, this next person says, let's see. Okay, he doesn't really. Oh, he mentions a few here. Sharon Syndicate, no. Necropolis 1 to 2, definitely no. People don't like those quests, and I've always found them really annoying. But yeah, he mentions a lot here. A lot of we've mentioned. Attack on Storm Reach, that one's interesting because that's a really well-made quest pack. Oh, I really like that pack for sure. Like the quest with the Minotaur Castle quest is really good. I really like that quest. And then the one at the end with the hag, that's really cool too. And also the one with the Medusa as the boss, that one's really neat too. I think the one with the hag, it might be a related pack. I can't remember if it's in Attack on Stormreach or not, or if it's in the sister pack. But anyways, okay, I think that's going to be about it. I think I'm about done for with this video, guys. I think it's gone on long enough. So guys, yeah, let me know what you think as far as what you would epic if you had an option. And I'd be interested in reading that. So guys, that's going to be it for this video. Hope you enjoyed. I will see you next time. Have a good one and take care.